Weekly recap video. This is Mr. InfoFxmosako. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and press the like button so that you can receive more content like this. So, yo, guys, I will not lie. This week was a beautiful week for me. Very profitable, very profitable. And what's funny is it wasn't even off what I analyzed as well, right? So, as much as I analyzed, a friend of mine that I really trust that has been trading for over like 5 years now, well over 5 years, told me that I'm going to buy EURUSD and I'm going to buy uh, gold, right? So I trust in him. I trust in him. And also one trade that I took for myself that I've been looking at was US30. You understand? So EURUSD we made profits, US30 we made profits, and gold we made profits. So guys, I'm happy. It was a good profitable week, and I'm just going to after this I'm just going to quickly record a video about emotions, how I handle emotions and so forth. You understand? Because I was quite happy, and when you get happy, you might end up making decisions that aren't good for you. So without wasting any further time, let us get into it. So we have ourselves DXY, right? And looking at the DXY, I'm just zoom in. Looking at this DXY first, right? When I analyzed it, I remember I put this line here, right? And every time I put a line here, this would represent like uh downtrend structure, right? And I know that after every downtrend, market needs to go back up and retrace the price to come test the price. Then it's either it's going to reject here, go to the downside, or reject, continue to the upside. And as you can see here, guys, price was able to go down, meaning that this was a weaker dollar. Then all of a sudden on Tuesday, price this after this candlestick receiving this beautiful reversal candlestick, a morning star, price was able to shoot to the upside and come retest this past level here of the previous week, right? So it shows that the dollar got strength and it broke out of this. It came down, firstly broke out of this support. As you can see, here's one touch, here's another touch, here's another touch, and here's another touch to tell me that this level here is a very significant level, right? As it was touched multiple times. So you know that every time price comes here, uh, the market is going to react to it. And as you can see, this was a false breakout, went down and continued to the upside. And I aimed for a stronger dollar. I think it was the previous week, and I kept this because I wanted it to be as a sign to me if price was going to continue to the upside. But as you can see, price went up, came down again, retested this level, went to the upside, rejected of this resistant level, rejected, swinged a bit, went a bit down, corrected itself, then continued to the upside. Then once it broke through here, you can see that it broke through, then it wicked. It wicked, meaning that the sellers ended up coming in control. And as you can see, the candlesticks afterwards, it shows the sellers gaining momentum. And after that, the bulls were able to come in just a bit before price kept on going down, showing a weaker dollar, price going down. And honestly, I thought that dollar was going to, for once, it was going to be like a going up, because let's just look at the bigger time frame just to clarify. Because I was looking at this. I always said this is a double bottom, and look where it reacted, right? And knowing that this is a double bottom, I've been saying this for probably the past 2 weeks, right? I want this price to come and come here to fill this neckline here. And as you can see, price here, price has rejected this level here I'll use this level here, this high here, as a resistance, right? And I'll use this as a support as well in terms of the current market structure. And as you can see, price went up, swing continued to the upside, but ended up rejecting on this levels here and coming to the downside. Let's go to the 4-hour, and let me just clear this because I'm going to start up fresh. I'm going to take this out. You understand? So now it looks like we have a double top, right? A minor double top here, which if you were in the markets, if it was here, you would have probably sold. Bought when it came to GBPUSD and EURUSD. You would have bought and you would have sold USD JPY. And then it came to this area here. Then once it came to this area, this would have been a sign for you to buy again. To buy USD JPY and sell Euro USD and GBP USD because the dollar is gaining strength. Then as you can see, after it came to this level, it rejected, and this is a beautiful confirmation. Many rejections. And when you go to the lower time frame, this is a beautiful setup, right? And what you could have done was, once you saw this and you were like, okay, I see price came back to retest this level here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my entry level here, and I'm going to put maybe like a couple of pips under here. Then my aim would be here, around here, right? So it was either you're gonna use this one here, but preferably we're gonna start with the 3/1, 3:1, right? Then after 3:1, you take it to this level here, you mark this level. So this 3:1 would be your first TP, your second TP, and this would be your third TP. And this would have been a beautiful trade. So you could have taken this one, because this is a great rejection. Then this is an undecisive candlestick called the doji. Then after the doji, look what you got here. Most of the times when you receive such a candlesticks, if a candlestick is bullish and it's above it, it's most likely going to continue to the upside. And if it's bearish, it's likely to continue to the downside. And it's even more significant if it's at an area of reaction, right? An area of reaction, and it continue to the downside. So you could have taken how many trades? Even this one is a perfect one. And you put a stop loss a couple of pips below the wick. Then 3:1. Well, okay, if this would be your first one because it's a resistance. So if anything were to happen, price would have rejected here, you understand? So to make sure this would have been your first, then okay, yeah, it would basically, okay, yeah, this would be your first because it's near that. Then continue to the upside. Then we're gonna make this our second one, right? Because looking at it, there's no significant levels where I could have had my second, then have a third. So you would have taken actually 3 trades: this trade, and this one here. Now this one was last week. This week, yeah, you could have taken this one to the upside. Then after taking this one to the upside, I could have taken it to the downside again. So you would have been in wonderful trades. Now let's go to GBP USD. GBP USD, I didn't take any trades. I will not lie to you guys. I did not take any trades here. But for your purposes, I'm going to analyze it and see how we could have taken it. So looking at it, let's just go to the higher time frame for me to get a proper perspective, right? As price rejected on this area here, which is a resistance, my resistance level, it came back for a third touch, went down, did a double top, and after doing a double top, it proceeded to go to the down, right? And knowing a double top, it's always price, you need it to come here to this neckline, and if it does come to this neckline, it's most likely going to break through, retest, and continue to the downside. So something like this. So imagine price goes up, right? Goes up, goes down. I mean, goes down, go up, go down again. Then this would be like, you understand the 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 neckline, right? Your neckline, right? So now price will go down, retest, continue to the downside, and I wanted to enter here. I was going to enter. You could enter here, right? Once price obviously gets here. So now let's go to the lower time frame, right? And actually, before I go, I'm seeing a potential double top. I mean, head and shoulders here happening, right? See here, and here's the head. Here's the head. Here's the head. And then here, I would put this one as well. But then we're waiting, obviously, for confirmations, right? To see if the right shoulder will be made, and we're going to look for rejecting candlesticks, right? So with that said, keep that in mind. Then we go to the daily time frame. And when we go to the daily time frame, you can see price has been on the sell. It's been on the sell. And I remember price coming right to which point to this area here. Like last week it was in this area of support here, right? And here is the second one, right? And you can see how when it came here it broke through, then it went up. This was Monday. I mean this was Monday, this candlestick here, this was Monday, right? After last week. So last week it went down. Then after going down, it wasn't able to continue to the downside. The bulls came in and closed above the support structure, right? Then after doing that, it went up, but the sellers were able to get back in control. Then they were able to push up, but the sellers again pushed price down. Then we got the doji, right? We got the doji, which shows undecisiveness. So now every time, like I said, guys, you see this, the next candlestick will really say a lot, right? So this would have come out. Then after this coming out, you would have probably told yourself, I'm going to enter on the second candlestick, depending on how it is, or I was going to enter on the third one after this one, right? But now, as you can see, it played out. Then this happens, guys. And after this happened, it proceeded to go to the upside, and you're gonna see clearly as we go to the lower time frame, right? So now, as you can see, this is Monday. This is around Monday, right? And every time I did this because I saw this structure here, guys. I saw the structure here, and after seeing the structure, I always I was encouraged that it would fill it up, right? I was like, okay, we're looking at it being filled up 90%. Even look where I put my my level of 139,263, as this will be acting as the higher highs that it needs to break. So it broke the first one, and it was gonna come to this one. And if you are very lucky, it would have came and hit this one here. So it's very unfortunate that I did miss this trade as it was planned, and I didn't set any buy stop, because honestly I wasn't watching it, because I was already also in many trades as well. So how you could have taken it is you could have used the support structure, you understand, as a valid uh zone, right? Then price went up. Then as you see price going up, as you can see, it's also like a slight hidden, like a double bottom, you understand? Then it went up. Here's the neckline. You see, guys, and you must see, what you must notice is, when do I use the double bottoms and the double tops? That is very important. When do I use them? Every time there's a change of direction, or a change of direction, and trusting that is going to be a breakout as well. So you guys should be aware of when I use these things, right? So now price came to the downside, and looking at it from the 4 hour, I probably would have taken this trade here, and if not taking this trade here, I would have waited to come take this trade here. As you can see as well, guys, minor double top, minor double top. Went to the minor one, you understand? It won't always be as perfect. So now let's just go to the 1 hour, because that's what we use for our entries, our beautiful entries. So right now, as you can see, this was ascending, right? And every time there's an ascending like this, we always expect price to come to the downside before continuing up. Price, when it's about to go up, it's going to be like, you see this is when you know price is gonna go up. The way it's going down, like it becomes very thin, like it becomes thinner as it goes down. It's not like the way it is going down on like here, you understand? Like price starts becoming like thinner and looking like a something like this. Let me just make an example for you. So it comes something like this. Something like that. So price will just, like, maybe imagine it was falling. It's gonna do something like this. Just become thinner, 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 then to the upside. You see what happened? And this is that 90% rule. So if I had put that line like that, and I put my stop loss, my entry point here, it would have broken me inside, you understand? But that was the previous week. As you can see, the previous week's price action. Let me just remove this. So I was just making an example, you understand? So, and it may not always be that, it won't always be that way, you understand? So now when it go it's like ascending, think of the same thing. It's the same thing. So when descending, you should look for buys. When it's ascending, you should look for sells. And this would have been a beautiful one if I was really there with the market. So I would have went by it. I was probably going to correct, because you always need to modify, guys. After predicting, obviously, during the weekend, as time goes, you're going to modify your trades. So after seeing, I would have probably went to the 30-minute time frame, and you see how it's doing as well here, right? I would have seen this. Then what I would have told myself was, I have my touch here, but then as you can see, this would have, it's basically my third touch here. It broke out, retested, went up, then momentum finished. So you could have said, okay, momentum finished, I see candle came here. And also, what I'm observing is that it's by a resistance level, right? So what you could have done was put your resistance, put price here. Even beautiful, this is beautiful, guys. 30 pips, like I said, 35 pips, right? Means 35 pips. This would have been enough. And you said, you know what, I'm going to take it till here. This would be my first TP. Then this here would be my second TP, based on what? The previous price action, right? You understand? The previous one on this support, right? So you could have taken that trade, it would have entered, and you would have been in profit. Then it probably went a bit up, and hopefully by then you didn't like close your risk and put it at zero, you understand, in terms of taking risk out and being at break even, because it would have taken you out. And before taking you out, look how it went to the downside impulsively. So if you entered here, you would have been in good profits. Or if you were, very certain, like you are really watching it, probably gonna risk it and come here and even have less pips, guys, probably 20 or less. And after price breaks through here, it was gonna put you in. This would be a sell stop, put you in, then come for a retest. And then you know what you do when it does that? you enter again, and obviously we go to 35 pips, right? And we're already in profit as we speak. Then we enter. Then you understand you would have been in two beautiful trades and caught over what over to 200 trade. I mean, probably 250 total pips, right? Which you guys, it's it's great amounts of profit. And after that, you probably waited. You'd wait. I wouldn't wanna take this. I wouldn't take this because um, well, I wouldn't say it's in no man's land. As when you look here, there's reaction, but it's not like proper price action. Like I don't see a proper, it's like it's consolidating, as you can see. Like it's consolidating. Price was consolidating between here and it was consolidating. So I wouldn't like this is for scalpers, like very, people who are on the charts like 24/7 watching it, which I was doing that this week, but I wasn't like how can I say this? I wasn't focused on this. I was already in other pairs, you understand? So you got to be able to be disciplined enough to know, okay, I am missing out on a trade, but I'm in other trades that are doing well, and that is okay because you also don't want to because I did over leverage, but I was over leveraging because I knew what I was doing, and I'll tell you guys now. But yeah, you could have waited and waited and waited and waited and checked what's happening here. But you probably would have entered here and here thinking that price was gonna go to the upside, and you probably would have lost a bit. But then came this beautiful, beautiful structure here, whereby you could have entered here. Look at that, beautiful 32 pips, and look how much potential this is. You understand? It's a very beautiful structure. So for risking 32, you're gonna get 117. And this would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade for you, you know. So for now, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out so that I can have a cleaner chart. So now let's go to Euro USD, which we profited. It was a beautiful one. My bro told me to buy, and I took advantage of those buys, man. And the buy that I took advantage of is this one here. Took advantage of this buy. You see this buy here? I took advantage of it, guys. I will not lie. I'm even gonna take out this structure. Yeah, I went into this buy. Like this is the buy I took. This is the buy that I took and went to the upside with. Let me even make sure. Symbols. EURUSD. Reading. Oh yeah, no. This is what I took. You understand? So I saw this. This is a correction, guys. So this is a correction, and my friend told me like, "Yo, dude, this thing is going up," and I wish I had caught it from here, but I was only able to notice when it was here. And we were able to enter I was able to enter around like the 500s, yeah, and I got out like around, let me see, like around 726. That was my highest. Yeah, 726. I got out 726, around 726, around 726. Just that let me just, but problem is, what's beautiful about this trade is that I truly like what is this? I put in like higher lots, you understand? Because now I'm confident in this correction, guys. Like I'm at a point where once I see this correction, I'm very much so confident. Because as well, this to me in a way, in a way, it looks like a the head and shoulders. Here's the head. I mean, here's the left shoulder, here's the right shoulder, and here's the head. You understand? So knowing that I've seen that, I was just confident and I put in high lots. I put in high lots, and I was able to profit 22 pips, guys. Like, how much did I make out of 22 pips? Altogether, it was like around $20 to $30, which I'm happy about. I cannot complain about it. And I know it could have been more, but I caught it late. And I was just being respectful to my account size. I didn't want to really go like a very very high lot, so I don't trade above 10, 0.10. It's either 0.10 is my maximum or less. But this is because I just started becoming profitable, so I don't want to get too happy. But obviously as time goes, it's going to be heavy. But that's the trade I was able to get into and I hope that it'll probably continue going to the upside, as it has filled up 90% of this area. But at the same time, this could be a correction, you understand, because I saw double top and this is the neckline. So those are the things that we need to expect. And here is that thing again that I was talking about on GBPUSD. Understand, if I had seen this and I was there watching properly, I would have probably noticed it from this area here. Because honestly, my friend told me, guys, and it's just a thing of I trust him, and it could have went the other side, but when he told me like EURUSD, I got it immediately. I didn't even think twice about it. And when I looked at it, it really supported my trading plan in terms of the structures that I would genuinely take. I saw this, man, and I would take this any day. This structure here, because I know there are two ways to take this structure here. This structure here. It's either you're gonna take it from here or from here or from here. So you can enter here, then it goes up, you enter again here, then you go up, you enter here, then you have scaled in, and the profits that you will get, it is very beautiful. But guys, it takes time to get to the point where you just trust in, like, being able to look at structure quickly after you saw information and be like, okay, that's my structure and I'm going to take it. It takes a long time, guys. I've been trading for like 4 years, 3 years, and it's only now that every single thing is making sense. And like I always say, guys, modify. So if I had seen this properly, guys, it would have been lit. Like I would have been lit. Like, yo, if I had seen this, and hopefully price, and look what price did, guys. It respected you. Hopefully it'll go to the upside on our analysis video for next week. But all in all, if you were able to catch this correction as well, like this correction as well, you could have been in trades as well, because a beautiful trade, and you probably would have entered here. Okay, or let me see where a good trade is. Let's go to the 1 hour. Like, you see how structure just becomes better when you go to the lower time frame. That's why they're so important. So looking at this level, right? Level and where price went up, retested this, and I'm gonna show you guys this again, guys. Look at this. Up, swing, second touch, double top, then very important. Just keep it in mind. Yeah, so if you are able to be on the marketing looking, you probably could have entered on here, this candlestick here, because you can see, okay, price rejected here, went up, came up, went down and came up, retested it, but it failed as well. So you're gonna be like, okay, now make sure my enter here, and my pips, beautiful, 35. I could say 35, 35 pips, 36, fine. I'm gonna enter here, and what I'm going to do is, this would be my first TP, because it's a good support structure, and based on like the old time frame, I honestly, looking at here, you probably would have pushed it to like the bottom here. You understand, you would have pushed it to the bottom here. But if you're still in this trade, you honestly you're still in profits. Yeah, you're still in profits, man. Like, if you are still in this trade, you're definitely, and you caught it there, you're definitely in profits. And one beautiful thing that happened as well is that, I'm just going to delete this. Price was able to go around this area, retested, go up, then it broke through, retested it, went down, went up, touched this downtrend, came down, broke through it, retested it, and now it looks like it wants to continue to the upside. So you could have also, if you are looking closely, entered here, guys. You could have entered here, but we don't want to force things. We don't want to force things. So yeah, that's it for EURUSD, man. Not much to say honestly about it, because me, I was honestly looking at a sell. So this buy position from my homie was just took me off guard. But I trust him, man. And when I just looked at the structure, guys, I knew. And as you get better with this, you will also know once you come across certain information. You understand? You can, when you see it, you're just gonna know, because I've been on the market for so long. I can see things with my eye. So now we go to the beautiful US30, guys. I will not lie to you guys. You see, Tuesday trades I got into. Like here, guys, I really went all in. I will not lie to you guys. Like, I'm even gonna remove this. Like, I went all in. I went all in. Like, let me show you something, right? So I bought here after seeing that this structure here was respected here, right? And I saw like a correction, because it impulsively went down, right? After going down, I got in trades. I was like, I stacked it up. I stacked it up. Like, I'll probably use like 10, even more. And I said I use 0.10 as my maximum. But here I was so confident, guys. I was confident. Took me up, and I was like, oh, we shoot into the upside. We shoot into the upside. Yo, guys, pricing just went down. I mean, drawdown. Like crazy. And I used this as my stop loss. So if I saw price coming, I was going to manually exit. But something told me, no, man, I'm going to keep this structure, because this is a good structure, and I don't see this price going down heavily to this point. Like, it wouldn't make sense. It's not Corona times. You understand? Like, it's not Corona times like this, guys. Like this was different. You understand? So I just knew that, okay, there's gonna be the support, and look how it even comes to the support. It rejections. So that gave me confidence. Like, it really gave me confidence. And as you can see here, I was able to see a double bottom. And yeah, man, like we're able to take this to the upside. And as it continued going up, I added more, guys. I added more. So yeah, guys, me, I ate of your steady, man. Like, I really had a wonderful week, and I cannot wait for this coming week. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to like remove this, as I feel like it's irrelevant. I'm going to remove this as well. I'm going to move this and this and this, so that when I come back, I have a clean chart. And this, I went out of my trades on Friday. I went out of my trades because I'm comfortable. I was comfortable with what I have. And yeah, man, looking at price here, hopefully it will retest and go to the upside. Yeah, guys, like I used this confirmation, like, but just to be more technical about it, this was my confirmation. Then I saw this shooting star, the shooting star, and that's when you can go in, baby. You can go in, baby, and then have like a nice, you understand? And I was aiming for it was either gonna be here or here for it to like fill up 90% of this. And you can see where it turned, guys. You can see where it turned. It turned like here before proceeding to the downside. So I had two confirmations, which was support was hit and respected, and I have a beautiful you would say it's a doge. It's not a complete like. It's not. It doesn't. You wouldn't say it's a morning star like that. You understand? It's not an accurate one, but I in my head I was like, okay, it's similar to it. Then you enter. I took it. You understand? And knowing bet also this dropped impulsively, so price just needs to go back a bit to correct it. Those are my three reasons why I took this trade. And just delete that. Then as you can see, this is where price rejected many times. Then it went up, went down to test this level here. As you can see, it broke through a bit, came back down, retested, and shut up. I just knew that around because I was here, right? I told you I entered many trades. For price to come here, I just knew that I'm gonna enter as many trades as I can because I believe price is gonna go to the upside, and it did that, guys. Yo, I was happy. I was jolly. I will not lie. I will not lie. But yeah, man, I can't wait for next week and see what it has for us. Now let's go to Clow, aka Gold. Me and my friend have an inside joke. We call it Clow because uh it's just a funny thing because every time my friend eats off of it, he just likes saying ah. And when it hits him, he's gonna call it gold. It's like your parent when you're in trouble, they call you by your real name and not the nickname people be using in the streets. So yeah, man, gold. Where can I start? 192. Oh yes, 192. This is where I entered, guys. This is where I entered, guys. I entered here. I will not lie. I entered this until there. This is where I exited. Yeah, around 805 actually. Oh, like 805. Yeah, around here. I exited around here. This is when I was like, nope, I'm good. But I'm very disappointed as if I watched here, I could have taken it and went to the upside with it. This is the trade my friend showed me. He told me, yo, gold is going up, and he based it on a higher time frame. You understand? He based it on a higher time frame. So like, I'm happy that I listened to him because, wow, he really he really made me some money, and he deserves to be taken out. But yeah, man, I think also like let's look at the structure properly. Like looking at the structure, like of how 1, 2, 3, and I was able to also like predict that I would have gotten here, right? If I had gotten here and put in my stop loss, yo, guys, my buy stop, I meant to say, I would have been proper, but I based this entry on the fact that it has been a couple of touches, right? And nothing has broken through yet. And this has been respected with a rejection. So now I also go to 15-minute time frame me these days just to like confirm, guys, because there are structures in the 15-minute time frame that can confirm for you, right? So I was like, okay, I saw price rejecting here, and I'm like, I'm going to enter here, right? Based on the fact that if it is truly going to like break above here, not come back and retest here and showing that it's going to the upside, I wanna put it here on this and here. You see this line, guys, that I draw always? Yeah. I knew that this one would be the first one. At least it triggers me out, and I would use the stop loss here below here to knock me out, which wouldn't be too much, and I'd be okay with it, and this is where I took gold losses a bit. As you can see, my TP was hit, which were two two trades, right? Two trades. Then after losing here, I regained everything. I regained everything after, like I lost it, then I entered again. Like I lost a couple of trades, then I entered again. Then this thing just shot up because I saw there was a touch here, and this thing just went to the upside. Like it just shot up, and I was happy, man. Because most likely, like right with this patterns that you see here, and especially when it is close to the resistance, is that you would get something. Let's just make a line like this, right? Price is going, doing this, going up, coming for touches, going up. Then it will be something like this. Then you see probably a breakout, false one, then a completion of a head and shoulders, then fill it up. So this time we are lucky that price was able to keep on respecting this, going up, respecting it, making new highs, respecting it, making new highs, respecting it, making new highs, like it's supposed to. You understand? So now you guys can see that as much as you know a certain structure, it may not play out the way you expect it to all the time. You understand? It won't always play out the way you want it to play out. So, um, how can I say this? It's probability, and I'll never stop saying, guys, probability. The more probabilities, the more, um, especially probabilities based on the 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? If you're gonna take 10 trades, out of those 10 trades, if you win 6, it's you up like 33%, right? And you lose um 4 trades, you basically still up 29%, and you only lost 4%, which is great, guys. It's great because you are in profits, right? And that's how we treat forex like a business. And I'm happy, guys. Like I'm truly happy about this trade, man. I'm over the mood. So I'm just going to clear this, and we're gonna make space for the new week so we don't clutter the chart. But yeah, guys, this is it for this week's recap. I hope you were able to see how I took the trades and why I took the trades. I'm being honest with you guys, you understand? And that's why I always say that, like, guys, forex is one of the best things in the world because like you have forums whereby you can catch great ideas, and they can help you with your trading plan and what you have forecasted for the week ahead. Because there's nothing more better than having 200 people that are like agreeing with your bias before you even talk to these people. Like, when after you've done analyzing, you just go into forums to just check maybe there's something you could have missed or whatever. Then you meet people like, yo, nah, dude, this is what I'm seeing, and now you can see that, okay, this thing, okay, it's going the right way. So okay, nah, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna modify my trade and let it uh uh go the direction that I wasn't expecting it to go. That means that I'm listening to what the price action is saying as well. So yeah, guys, just surround yourself with good forex traders as well, man. Like people who have been at it for a long time, and people who you trust, who you've seen they skill, and they treat forex like a business and not as a money making scheme just for fun to show off or whatever the case may be. But they genuinely treat it like a business, and their goal in life is to really have wealth and not just be rich, but genuinely build wealth, guys. Have a wealthy generation. So I'm happy. I hope you guys are also profitable and were able, to make some monies, man. Yeah, man. Peace out and enjoy the weekend, guys. Be safe.